New York voters head to the polls on Tuesday in the first competitive congressional election since the US Supreme Court overturned national abortion rights. A contest that could prove a bellwether for November's election battles for control of Congress. The primaries include unusual intraparty contests for Democrats, including a New York City battle between longtime House incumbents Carolyn, Maloney, and Jerrold Nadler, who are both in their 70s. The race includes a third Democratic contender, 38-year-old Suraj Patel. An Emerson College poll last week showed Nadler leading Maloney 43% to 24%, with Patel at 14%.
Unfortunately, in that sense, we had two great candidates, and the third young candidate is also very good. So we're blessed with three great candidates, so you had to make a very tough choice, but at least I had to make a choice.
Well, it's definitely important. I mean, you're talking about Nadler and Maloney. There are two people in Congress who've had a huge influence on government policy over the last few years and last few decades. So these are big decisions that will influence the city and the state and the country.
And it's a difficult choice today because you have two people that have served. So it's difficult. But you make up your mind. We can't lose either of them. They're pretty good.
Because we live on the Upper West Side, which is one of the most liberal districts in the country, that no matter who you vote for, they're really relatively similar. And they all want like the things that I want.
Same thing.
So I think that, and that's why I voted. And that's why I think everybody should vote. But I think that it's a win-win-win for us here.
Tuesday's primaries are among the last scheduled before the November 8 midterm elections, which will determine the balance of power in the House and Senate in the run-up to the 2024 presidential election.
It's a right, but it's a responsibility because you live in this country and it is absolutely necessary to vote and be part of the society and be part of it all. And if you don't vote, you can't complain.
Well, there's a lot of issues going on in the country and the city, and it's really important to exercise your right and also show the next generation that you can influence change and, do that by by voting.
You cannot blame whatever happens later if you did not give the voice that America gives you. This is freedom. Appreciate it. Everybody should vote. You cannot criticize if you have not put in your voice. That's democracy. So for me, it's very important.
Early in the morning, we've had a really good influx of people. And so usually this is a primary that we don't usually have this time of the year. So we're pretty surprised at the numbers that we're having. And so that's pretty good.
Democrats have been widely seen as the underdog party up to now, with their prospects weighed down by historical trends, inflation, and President Joe Biden's low job approval numbers. Republicans are favored to take control of the House, putting them in a position to scupper Biden's legislative agenda. But their chances of capturing the Senate have been cast into doubt by the weakness of Trump-endorsed candidates in the key swing states of Arizona, Georgia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
So we're both trying to help Dan Goldman in the Democratic primary. We're volunteering for the Democratic primary to try and get voters for Dan Goldman. We're currently standing outside of Franklin Street Station and just trying to hand out literature and talk to people about the election.
Yeah, I just really appreciate Dan Goldman giving us the opportunity to actually get out there and do something with our days, because most people are just kind of laying around most of the time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice. It's a nice day, and it's kind of nice getting to talk to people when they actually want to talk to you, because most of the people are just kind of walking by, ignoring you. But it feels nice when they actually give you the attention, More local elections compared to the presidential election seems to actually have a bigger impact on your day-to-day life. Whoever the president isn't really going to change much in whatever health plan you have or something. But the local election changes where a bike path gets built or stuff that's actually important to your day-to-day life. It's like you should vote for your mayor, you should vote for your governor, you should vote for your congressman. That's important.
And your vote actually, especially in New York City, your vote for Congress matters a lot more than your presidential vote. So especially for this congressional election, I think how many other candidates are there? 14, I think. So your vote actually matters a lot.
Primary contests are also taking place across the rest of the New York state as well as in Florida and Oklahoma.